Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, okay. All right. We'll get some people up here. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. Okay. Holy shit. Holy shit. We'll get someone up here. Tap that screen, everyone. Again, let's try to get to 100,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, okay. What is going on right now? Would you do a meet and greet for subscribers? Maybe sometime. I would look. You have to get like a bodyguard though, right? Because I don't know what people would do. Like, obviously, I don't think my subs would do anything, but what am I gonna do? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, hey, I'm 52.
For sure. Do you think that a high body count should matter for women but not for men?
I think, look, I don't think it's great for either to have a high body count, but I think it matters more for women than it does for men.
Why?
Because it just does, man.
It just
Because it
does.
just does. It just does. It just does. Women are, they're built differently, man. Look,
Yeah.
if I can give
So
you a bit of a
if
background.
I were just to say that like a high body count should matter more for a man just because it does, right? Would that be sufficient reasoning?
No, but it just is the way it is, man. And it has been like that throughout history, dude. It's
Okay,
just
well,
that
there are
way.
many things that have been that way throughout history, right? Children throughout history have been married to adults, 12 to 16-year-old little girls. Does that mean that that should happen because it's been happening throughout all of history?
Look, you're comparing apples to oranges here.
How is this an apple and oranges comparison? What's the symmetry breaker?
Because you're talking about children now, as
Oh,
opposed to adults. As
and
opposed to adults, you're making children
and
a comparison to
the
the children.
reasoning is what I'm comparing.
Okay, if you want to go that route,
It's the
yeah, okay, sure.
justification.
Sure. Look, we have to evolve, and I admit, things need to change. Not everything is great the way it was, and some things need to be changed, but not this.
Why
Not
shouldn't this
this.
change?
Well, I don't know, Parker. How would you like it if you found out your mother got laid by 80 guys?
I don't think that concerns me.
Really? It wouldn't. You wouldn't see your mother
Yeah,
differently if you found out she had
I don't
80
think that
different
concerns
partners?
me at all.
Really? You can honestly
No,
say that?
I clearly it doesn't. Yeah.
Really?
What?
Wow. And times have changed.
Like, I'm sorry. Why are you worrying about your mother's body count? I'm sorry. That's a weird concern that
Why
you
am I
have,
worrying
brother.
about my mother's
Yeah, that's
body
a
count?
weird
Because
concern,
it's a
man.
testament of character.
Why are
It's
you
a testament.
thinking about your mom's body count? And why are you worrying about it? That's a really
I'm
weird
not.
thing to
First
worry
of all,
about,
I'm
bro.
not. First of
Jim, you
all,
might need
first
to
of all,
check yourself there. Are you okay?
Parker. First of all, I'm not thinking about my mom's body count. What I'm telling you is, how would
You
you
just
like
did.
it if you found out that your mom had slept with 80 guys, and obviously it doesn't bother you at all. So I mean, that says a lot about you right there. As far as I'm
Wait, what does it
concerned.
say about me? Tell me.
What does it say about you?
Yeah,
It
tell
says
me.
that you're a total complete product of the system, bro. It says that you just go along to get along, um, type of
What
guy.
does that
Like I
mean?
said
Go
before, just a
along to get
perfect product
along?
of
Can
the
you tell me
system.
what that means,
A
Jim?
complete beta male. A complete beta
Can you
male,
tell
dude.
me why I'm a beta male, Jim?
Because, dude, of the way you are, the way you act. I mean, the first times I was watching your shows, to tell you the truth, dude, I didn't even know if you were gay or not until you said you weren't. You have very
Yes.
feminine like things that you do, very feminine
So why
things
are
that
we
you do. You're always
associating
saying
being
like,
gay with being feminine?
because it tends to be a lot of times that way, where guys who are gay tend to be a little more feminine.
I don't think that's necessarily true. There are many men out there that are not feminine, right?
Yeah,
That are
there's
gay,
many gay men
right?
that are not feminine, and there are
Yeah,
many gay men that
I
are.
wouldn't say a majority of gay men are feminine. I think that's a claim that's pretty
I didn't
ridiculous.
say that. You did. I didn't
I
claim
didn't
that.
make that
You
claim.
did, and neither did I.
Okay.
Neither did I. And you seem to support all these things that but men can give birth. I've heard like some other of your
Trans
podcasters were saying,
men,
yeah,
yes,
the
with
trans
uteruses.
men can give birth. Yeah,
Appreciate
okay,
that
dude.
mustache. Thank you so much.
Okay, dude. All right, dude. Like, what are you
Is
talking
that
about?
not a
It's,
fact?
it's
That's
this type
literally
of
a
ideology
fact.
and this type of mentality that is dangerous, bro.
What do you
Like,
mean? It's like factual.
I'd
You
hate to
mean
have a
like
guy like you. I'd hate to have a guy like you in a foxhole next to me, bro, during war. Like, really. You
okay,
know
well,
what I
good thing
mean?
we're not going to be in war.
Yeah, yeah. Get ready, bro. Get
What do you
ready.
mean? Get ready for what? Is that a
Get ready.
threat?
Well, look, you do your podcast every day, and other people investigate other things. And it's unfortunate you don't understand what I'm talking about.
What do I
But
not
get ready.
understand?
Get ready,
Get ready
bro.
for what?
Get
What's going to
ready
happen,
for
Jim?
for things that are going to go down that you're not expecting, Tyler,
Like
Parker.
what? Like what?
I'm not going to get into details, and I'm not going to
No,
steer
no,
the
get into
conversation
details,
into
Jim.
that
I want to know the
direction. You know
details
what I
that you
mean?
got from
But
BitChute. Please let me know.
what we're talking about right now is why women should have a higher body count. Here, let me put it to you this way, Parker. Let's say you put 10 women in a room, okay, and you have one guy, and all the women sleep with this one guy, and they all get pregnant. Who's the father of the baby?
It would be that one
That
guy.
that one guy. So if you put 10 guys in a room and you had one woman, and the woman had sex with all these men, and she had a kid, who's the father?
Take a pregnancy test.
Yeah, take a pregnancy test. You see, that's what I'm trying to say, Parker. There's a huge difference, bro. And I'll tell you something
You
else.
know, so no, I don't
I
see
was
how
a
that's a relevant
bartender.
distinction. Hold up,
I
Jim.
was,
Let
I
me
was a,
respond.
yeah,
Let me respond. I don't see that to be a relevant distinction at all, right?
of
Just
course not.
because it is the case that there would be some type of like production of offspring that we would know who the father is in one scenario doesn't mean that it would matter more for there to be a higher body count for women. Because
Okay,
most
so
times
what
people
if this
engage in
was 20
intercourse.
years
Wait,
ago when you couldn't do these tests?
hold up. Most times when people engage in intercourse, right, it doesn't lead to reproduction, right?
Listen,
So like
regardless,
would it
bro,
be the
how you want to
case?
spin
So
it,
here let me ask you this question, right? Would it be
sure.
the case that an infertile woman's body count would not matter?
No,
Oh,
of
okay.
course
So
not.
it's not related to reproduction.
It is no, it's got nothing to do with reproduction. It's got to do
Exactly. It
with
has
a
nothing to do with
woman
reproduction.
not
Thank you very much.
opening and spreading her legs with every
Okay,
guy
so
that she
it's about
sees.
selectiveness.
That's
Okay,
what it's about.
so
Yes, it's
why
about
is it
selectiveness,
acceptable
man.
for men to not
That's
be
what it is.
selective, but when
Because
women are
because
selective,
men can't
right,
get
it's not
pregnant.
selective enough.
Because men can get pregnant, for one thing.
Men can get multiple people pregnant, right, when they engage in intercourse with multiple people. A
Sure,
woman can only get
they
pregnant
can.
once at a time.
Right, and that's the difference.
Yeah, so
That's
that
the
seems to be
difference.
more harmful on the man's
And I'll
side
tell
as
you
he can get
something else.
multiple
And I'll
people
tell you
pregnant.
something else. And I'll tell you something else, Parker, because you're a young kid. You're still like 21 years old, Parker. You don't really know much about shit, Parker. You think you do, but you don't. You're a young kid, bro. You believe me, you don't know jack shit,
What do I
and
think I
especially about
know?
women, and especially about
Jim,
women.
what do I
And I'll
think
tell
I
you something
know?
else. I'm 52 and I was a bartender my whole life, dude. You know how many women I've met? Do you have any idea? I lived in Greece in Mykonos on one of the most touristic islands in the world. In the winter times, I would bartend in the busiest club in Amsterdam. I have met so many women, dude. Yeah, exactly. But comparatively to you, who has no clue about women, shouldn't have any fucking opinion about how women think and body count should matter. Women don't fucking do it the way men do, man. It's a lot more emotional for women. Women just don't screw a guy for the hell of screwing a guy. They gotta like a guy. There's gotta be some emotion involved. Not all the time, but most of the time, a girl's gotta like a guy, man.
So
There's gotta
wait,
be
so if it is
something
the case that
about
she
it.
doesn't have an emotional connection when she engages in intercourse, does her body count matter less?
No.
So it has
She
nothing to do
shouldn't
with
be
how much
sleeping.
emotion she puts
She
into it.
shouldn't be sleeping around left, right, and center. That's it.
Okay, so it's
She
about
shouldn't be.
how selective women are. So answer my question, right? Why is it not acceptable? I mean, why is it acceptable for men to not be selective at all, right? But when women are selective, more selective than men, it's not selective enough.
Because unfortunately, by nature, we're wired differently. Men do it for different reasons than women do it. Men have sex. Men can have sex with a woman that they couldn't care less if she dropped dead tomorrow. It's all physical. It's all carnal. That's the way it is. There's
Again,
nothing.
if a
There's
woman
no
had the same
emotion involved.
psychological
With women,
predisposition
it's
towards that
not that
action,
way. With women, it's not that way, dude. It's not. No matter how you want to spin it, it's not. And
that's not
again,
true, right?
you're too young to have an opinion on this, bro. How many girlfriends have you had, bro?
I don't think that's relevant,
Exactly.
right?
You can't have an opinion on. I
I
would suggest
mean,
you change the subject matter because you can't
do you
have an
want
opinion on this.
if I told you would that then change your opinion on me? No, right? So what's the point of me
No,
bringing
but you
that, me
can't
even
have
saying
an
that?
opinion on this when you don't know anything about the topic, man.
What do you mean I
You don't
don't
know
know
nothing
anything
about
about the
women,
topic,
bro.
right? Just because I don't have any like
You can't
as much
find out about women
experience
from
as like
reading
a
a book,
60-year
bro.
old, right? Just because I don't have as much experience as a 60-year-old, right? Doesn't
I'm not
mean that I'm
60. I'm
wrong.
52, and I'm in 10 times better shape than you are, brother.
It's pretty
Believe me.
close. It's not
You
that
know?
far away, man. You act like that was a
Yeah.
big
And
difference.
21 is close to 16 as well. 21 is
Yeah.
close to 16 as well. So
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
spin it that way on
And
you,
look at
Parker.
that, right?
You know what I
Who's
mean?
acting?
You act like
That
you're
should
this
tell you a lot about
know-it-all.
yourself right
You
now,
act like
Jim.
you're this know-it-all, and you have like this
I
grasp
don't.
on
I don't know it
everything. You
all.
know what I mean? And nobody else's opinions matter.
No,
Which
they
I
do.
personally believe you're the type of guy that the government wants exactly What's exactly that type of guy like you, man? You know, a type of guy that women, can just like, take control of, that women
What
are,
makes you think
you,
that
you
women
bow
take
down
control of
to them,
me?
like this beta male type of attitude.
Wait,
You
no, no,
don't
no.
go to the
Explain to me, Jim.
gym.
Wait,
You
hold
don't
up,
work
Jim.
out.
Jim,
You don't know
Jim,
how to
hold up.
fight. You
Hey,
don't
hey,
know how to
Jim,
fight. You don't know do
Jim,
any of
Jim.
that shit. Shit guys should know how to do. It's important for guys to know how to fight. It's important for guys to be masculine. Yeah.
Yeah, can you explain to me one how I'm beta and two how I'm not masculine? I would love to hear this.
How many fights have you been in, man? Fist fights.
Fist fight? I don't get in fist fights on the street.
Have you done any martial arts?
Yes.
Really? What kind
Yeah,
of
as a
belt do
kid,
you
I was
have?
in kung fu. Yeah,
Okay, what kind of belt do you have? You have a white belt, a
I
brown
got I
belt,
got
black
up to the
belt?
purple belt, and
You got
I
into
moved
and
out
then
to
you quit.
California.
And when was this?
This was like when I was a kid. I was like
Okay,
probably like 12.
exactly. Which doesn't apply today because today you wouldn't know how to use any of that technique at all.
I mean,
Okay?
well, I still remember some of it, but yeah,
It
sure, right?
doesn't
Like
matter, bro, if
I
you
don't really
remember
like
some of
do I
it.
don't do
You
martial
know what I
arts
mean?
right now anymore. No.
You know what I mean? All I know, bro, is like when I see a guy like you, I get scared. I get scared that more guys like you are gonna start coming around, bro. We need
Well,
tougher
hey
guys.
Jim, the point is
We
then
need
is that you're
tougher guys
fearful of
around
me, right?
who
So
don't
if you're
sit
fearful
there
of me,
and accept
wait, can you explain
everything,
to me? Wait, Jim,
all
can
the
you explain to me
perversions
how?
that you
Wait,
fucking
wait,
sit
wait,
there and
Jim,
accept all the fucking time.
Jim, can you explain to me, Jim, how you're fearful of me, yet you call me beta, right? Why are you fearful of me then, right? Why are you afraid, buddy? I'm so confused. Why are you fearful? I'm like the skinniest man you probably have ever seen. How the hell are you fearful? Like, get a grip, dude. And also, come on, explain to me how I'm beta. I'm not hearing this. Appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much, Jim. You gotta unmute your mic, bro. You gotta unmute your mic, man.
You piece of
There you go.
shit. You.
Love you too. Jim, are you okay, bro? Jim, are you good, bro? Oh, did he just disconnect? Did he just disconnect? Jim. Oh no, Jim. Fuck. Come on, man. Oh, he's still here. I think he's still here. Jim. Bro, hello? Oh, he left. There he goes. Oh, come on, Jim. Jim just got raptured. I appreciate the hat and mustache. Thank you so much. We're going to go on to the next person. If you disagree, if you think that a high body count should matter for women but not for men, make sure to send a guest request right now. You already know the deal, everyone. Let me go to the next person, though. Is Jim an alpha? Please. Who did that poll? Yo. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? He's a runner. He's a track star. Okay, we're going to go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 100,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live. Let's try to get to 500 shares, everyone. Let's try to get to 500 shares, y'all. Parker got triggered? Yeah, I was so triggered, honestly. I was so angry. So real. So real. Parker, you better learn to what? Okay, for some reason it's not accepting this person. Bowman, send a guest request back. It's not accepting you. It's not connecting. We're going to go to the next person. Tap that screen, everyone. Again, let's try to get to 100,000 likes, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hello?
How old are you?
Hello. I'm 55.
For sure. Do you think that high body count should matter for women but not for men? Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it.
I think the women have issues with just even having body counts. I mean, that's just it makes women more undesirable that way.
So should body count matter more for women comparative to men or matter for women and not
Absolutely.
men?
Well, I don't think it really is a thing about between just like men and women. You know, more for men or less for men, or more for women or less for women. I think it has to do with the desire to be committed to another individual. So the higher the body count, the less.
So is it true for both men and women? The same?
Yeah,
Equal?
absolutely,
All right, I'm
absolutely.
just looking for people who disagree. Appreciate you coming on. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 150,000 likes, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm
Appreciate the Garland.
24.
Thank you so much.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
do you think that a high body count should matter for women but not for men? Frogs on parade. I
Yes,
appreciate the subscription.
100%.
Thank you so much. Why so?
What can you? Oh, essentially, if a person was born a millionaire, right? If somebody was born a millionaire versus somebody that was broke and worked his whole entire life to become $1 million, one actually it was created value out of thin air, and one was born with value. So people that are born with value doesn't necessarily mean that they should necessarily like if I were to look at it, if a woman has value already from the day she was born and everybody wants her and she's just sleeping around with a bunch of people, then why would we say that one that is easy and one that is hard should be equivalent?
Isn't everyone born with value? One.
No. Not everyone's born with value. Men are not born with value. We create value
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question,
from
right?
what we
And then
do
we
in the
can
world.
go on to that point. So do you think that if there was like say 50 men in a room and it's either that the 50 men die or one woman dies, right? Would you rather save the 50 men or the one woman?
I think
I
that's a
mean,
trick
like or
question.
like boys. We're gonna talk about birth because remember they don't have value.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you rather save the one woman over the 50? I mean, the one girl over the 50 boys?
I think it would be circumstantial. I would try like you're saying one man versus 50 women or
No, no,
one
no, no.
man versus 50 or you
No, one
so what are you
girl
essentially saying?
versus 50 boys. You said that boys, right? Men are not born with value, okay? So if they're not born with value, they have no
Yeah.
value in this circumstance, in this hypothetical. The only value exists with the one woman. So you'd rather save the one woman, I mean no, the one girl, sorry, over the 50 boys.
No.
Okay, well then clearly the
I
boys
know it
have
sounds
value.
I know it sounds I know it sounds contradicting, but what I'm talking about is when it comes to the world, right? And so when it comes to the world, if you really look at it, like what is being publicized as sex? It's women, it's not men. If you look at billboards, it's a woman drinking a
Wait,
margarita, eating a
there are
burger.
also like
Right.
wait, there's also have you not seen Calvin Klein commercials, right, with men? Have you not
Yeah,
seen the
but it's
billboards
not the
with Calvin
same.
Klein
So
with
you're
men?
saying no, but you're saying that women and men are equally desired in terms of sex?
Abercrombie? No, not necessarily, right? But like that's I mean when it relates to like what
If
people
you had
buy, right? But clearly, I mean clearly speaking, right, there is a market.
Yeah, and I would say that women actually have very way more value in the sexual market than men do. I mean,
In terms
if
of
you
people wanting to engage in intercourse with them,
yes,
I think it depends on the individual that you're referencing. Are you just saying that women on average
I'm
have
talking.
more opportunities?
Yes,
Okay, if
one
you
hundred
say that
percent.
women on average have more opportunities, sure, we can accept that notion, right? That doesn't
Okay.
necessarily mean anything when it relates to this, though. Like, for example, right? If there's a man that has more opportunities than the average woman, should his body count, given that it's the same as the average woman, be looked at in a more negative connotation?
I think if a man I think if a man was a was a he born was born into a playhouse, right? And he was born with millions of dollars, and he had all the cars, he had all this. He was going to school, and he learned how to be super charismatic. That guy wouldn't have had if I were to compare that guy versus a guy that was born on the streets and had to work all his way to
Oh,
the
that's why I
where
give a
that guy
specific. Wait,
is,
Bowman. This is why I
I
give a
would say
specific
I would
example here. Let me clarify. Of Vinny Hacker, right? He essentially just like he has his platform, right? Because he's conventionally attractive, right? He literally just like stares at the screen and gets millions of views. Okay, like in that scenario, right? That's not any different than a woman, right? Who would do the exact same thing on social media and have opportunities because of that. Okay, so particularly speaking, right? Would he be
would
looked
you
at in a more
say
negative connotation than the average woman, right? For having the exact same body count?
I would say a man that is I'd say a man that is a nine doesn't get the same sexual attraction than a woman that is a six in terms of looks.
I'm
Like
asking, can
that's
you
just the
answer my
way it
question?
is.
Can you answer my
Like,
question, please?
what was your question?
Okay, you didn't listen. Okay, so when it relates to Vinny Hacker, right? He has like over 10 million followers on TikTok. Clearly has more opportunities than the average woman, right? in terms of engaging in intercourse with people. Okay, right? Since he has more opportunities, right? Should he be looked at in a more negative connotation for having the same body count as the average woman?
Should he look at, if he had the same body count as it? Would he look at it in a negative light? No, I don't think
You
it. I
wouldn't look
don't
at it in a
think
more negative
in
light. Okay,
terms of
so
like.
opportunities don't determine whether or not you think that like they should be looked at in a more negative connotation, right? So that would be how easy it is to engage in intercourse, is the level of opportunities that exists. So you just literally went back on your own reasoning that you provided earlier. So why do you accept the reasoning when it relates to women, but you reject it when it relates to men?
I think you would have to compare a man and a man. I mean,
Why?
if he's created value, because the thing is, like, he's created value, right? Like he's posted multiple TikToks. He's been on the grind for TikTok for a really long time. Like he had to create value, right? It's not the
Wait, no,
same thing with a
he
woman
literally just
because
stares
she
at the
can just
screen. Wait, Bowman, he literally just stares at the screen. He literally, have you seen his TikTok page? He literally just like stares at the screen.
yeah,
Why are you trying to make it seem like it's some crazy
but
job? Like he's out there on oil rigs, like fucking fighting severe weather, right, or some shit. Like,
well, I mean, even if you look at it like this, and I'll kind of create a different example. So, like, if you really look at it, there's like statistical data that shows that women that have multiple partners actually have higher divorce rates, have higher infidelity rates. So, if you were to really look at it, even from like a statistical,
wait, give me the
objective
source because
way of
those are
looking
not
at it.
statistically significant.
I was literally trying to get on your page the other day, but I can't go. If I get off this screen, then essentially, I mean, you can look it
Yeah,
up.
I can't
Just
hear
say,
you, but you can go find
just
the you
type
can
in the
find the
Google
title to
name.
tell me, right? Because I've looked at ones I can show you that they're not statistically significant.
There's scientific journals on it like that
Give me
show
one.
like it was
Go
from
ahead, go.
Google
You can go
Scholar.
find it if you like. Because I mean,
I've
I'm
already
looking at one right now. There's not a
I
statistically
can't do
significant distinction.
I can't go off this screen because then it takes me off the live. You know that, right?
You can swipe off. It will just pause.
Okay.
Dude, I go live every single day. You see, you just paused. I can't hear you, right? But you're still gonna be able to hear me. I literally go live every day. Why the hell is he like? Does he think that I just like don't know? I'm
No,
so
I'm saying
confused.
no because usually whenever I go on these debates, whenever I go look up an article, usually the person that's viewing wants to take me off before I even show them any type of scientific data.
Well, how long is it gonna take you?
Probably like a couple minutes. Can you wait that long?
Yeah, I generally wait a couple minutes. All right, everyone. In the meantime, everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 150,000 likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live, everyone. Let's try to get to 500 shares, everyone. It should help get it out to more people. We're gonna wait and see what he gives in terms of his data and his source for like the statistically significant distinctions in terms of the impacts of body count between men and women. So we're gonna wait to see that real quick. We're gonna wait to see that. But yeah, only send a guest request, everyone. If you do disagree, we're gonna get to the next people after we do finish this conversation, of course. We've got like 10 guest requests. If you do send right now, you have a relatively decent chance of being able to come up, especially comparative to other days. But again, everyone, we're back on the main account. You already know the deal. Tap that screen. Share the live if you haven't already. It will help get it out to more people. You already know the deal. By the way, everyone, we're almost at 300K, right? So if you want to follow everyone, we're only like a few hundred followers away from 300K, everyone. We're likely going to hit it today, everyone, which is absolutely fucking wild. Absolutely fucking wild.
Okay, so the first one is IFS.
Yeah, IFS studies. I'm literally looking at that one right now.
Psychology.
Yeah, this one doesn't show statistically significant, right? Only points it would show, like mild rates would be 4 partners and 6 through 10 partners. The rest are not statistically significant. So unless you're just saying it's only applicable to those.
No, but it shows statistical data that people with higher body counts actually have have a higher divorce rate.
Oh no. You were saying that one was statistically significant between men and women, right? There's a lower, a higher divorce rate for people that have like more partners, right?
Higher body
Like
count.
marginally and whatnot,
Yeah.
right? But that's not necessarily something that's telling us that like that's because people are like less happy in these relations, right? There's very clearly like good reason to believe that people who are religious would have significantly lower body counts, something like that. They wouldn't engage in people with outside of the context of marriage, right? Have a
There's not
greater social expectation to stay with each other even when the relationship is not doing good.
there's no, the thing is, like, there's no studies for men and there's studies for women. And so, I mean, if we
The
were,
study you just
if
referenced
we were looking at it from, if we're looking
compares
at
men
it
and
from an
women.
no, if we're looking at it from an objective view, statistics will argue with you otherwise. I mean, we can make subjective claims all day, but
No,
like
wait. Statistics do not disagree with me. I'm literally looking at your source right now. You said that your source does not include men and women. It only looks at women. No, this source does look at men and women. It compares men and women. That's literally ifsstudies.org. I'm literally looking at it right now. This is one I've looked at in the past. Someone's brought up in the past. I've already seen this before. I've engaged with it, right? Like it compares men and women. You haven't looked at it yet. You have no clue what you're talking about, bro.
and the table through one
You cut out.
says the distribution of women in sexual is not.
Yeah, I can't quite
Look
hear
at
you
it
cutting
again, bro.
out. I am looking at it.
I said, look at it. Yeah, it says women and premarital partners. Like, look at it. I've read
Women
this
in
study before. I
premarital
came on the
partners.
channel. Yes,
Wait,
it
you might
says
be
that
looking
right
at a
there.
different one.
It
I'm
does
looking
not
at
confirm
IFS.
it.
This is the graph that you see.
One I'm looking at. That's not the one I'm looking at.
Well, this is one from IFS. I don't know. This is the title is Does Sexual History Affect Marital Happiness?
Scroll up a little bit more. The article is talking about women.
This article, I mean, it talks about men and women. There's another one here that talks about men and women, talking about people who report being with just one partner, which women are more likely to do. So I'm confused what you're talking about.
The entire article, like, multiple different times. I've never seen a man been stated once. I mean, can you show me?
Yeah, it literally has men in the fucking graph, dude. The blue line
It
is
said,
men. This is from IFS, dude. Okay. Well, if you want to look at that later, man, you can, right? But clear, I mean, I'm looking at IFS there. That's literally the
no,
same source. So maybe they have two different articles or something on it. Yo, I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much, Kristen. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Kristen. Okay, everyone. In the meantime, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 250,000 likes. We're gonna help get it out to more people real quick. Everyone, share the live as well. We're gonna go on to the next person here pretty
okay,
soon. Go ahead.
does the article on the top say June 6, 2016?
June 6, 2016. No.
Like, scroll up. It says June 6, 2016. Because I don't
June
think
6,
we're on the same article.
It says October 22nd, 2018.
Yeah, so we're on a different article.
Okay, what's the title?
Counterintuitive.
Counterintuitive what?
Counterintuitive trends and the link between.
And the link between what?
And marital stability.
What in marital stability?
So it's counterintuitive trends.
And the link between what?
Premarital sex and marital stability.
Stability. All right. I'm pulling it up right now. Counterintuitive trends. See, this is from the IFS. And what does it say here?
Articles about.
Oh, you're just saying that. Oh, you're just saying that people are more likely to divorce. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you look at the one that I actually referenced, it compares men and women, right? So mine's gonna be better for like what we're talking about in terms of looking at statistically significant distinctions. I asked you for a statistically significant distinction. You just gave me something that references women with higher body counts, right? There are higher levels of divorce. That's all it is.
Was the women and the was the females and the men on the same equivalence, or was women at a higher equivalence? Were they statistically higher to
Not
be
statistically
like?
significant.
Because I saw a blue line and I saw a yellow line, and the yellow line was higher. I didn't see the
Yeah, the
2018
yellow line is
18.
higher, right? But it's not statistically significant, right? And also, this
I
is an
mean, if
article,
it's
right?
showing stats, if
Also,
it's
by
showing
the way, this is
stats.
an article, right? You understand that? I mean, I don't even think that they necessarily link to like a peer reviewed study or anything. This is just like a what's it called? This is this is like a what's it called? It takes things from like a social survey from 1972 through 1989 and stuff.
So so you're telling me, Parker, if you saw a woman, right? If you saw a female and she was like 21 and one was had a body count over 20, right? And the other one had a body count of 1. You're telling me, and they had the same attraction. You're telling me, and the same personality. You're telling me that you wouldn't care.
You isolate all variables, right? The person who has a lower body count is more likely to have the same sexual drive as me. They're more likely to have the same values when it relates to engaging in intercourse as me, right? So, I mean, clearly that would probably be the same.
Exactly.
But
So
if it had no
so
impact on the person's
so
characteristics as an individual, it would be an indifference. If the compatibility is the exact same, it's indifferent.
but you're already saying that you would be predisposed to talk to the girl that had the
Given
one
that,
body count.
yeah, because I have a low body count, right? So like it's not
Yeah.
hypocritical within that sense, right? The idea that we're arguing against is that someone who's a man, right, having a high body count and expecting someone to have a low body count that they're with, right? That's the idea. It's the applying the standards to women but not applying them to men.
So you're saying that let's say you became a player next day, right? Which you're not. You got 20 bodies, right? Within the next 3 years. You're telling me that that wouldn't be the
It
same
would make
view.
more
You would
sense
have
to be with the person who has
you would
20
you would
bodies, yeah.
start dating. You would start dating girls that had 30 bodies, or would it still be the one?
No, it would be around like 30, yeah. It would be what's similar to me.
You don't feel like there's
It's
a
we're
sexual
talking about
preference?
compatibility here, right? Compatibility is
Yeah.
foundational to a relationship.
So so when you say why when the statement says why should a high body count matter for women but not for men, it's the thing is like women have predisposed dispositions towards men. They want a man that's taller than them. They want a man that can provide for them. They want a man that's more competent and confident. They want a man that is overall a lot better than they are. And so at the end of the day, they have all
Hold on,
these
can we go
different
through these
criteria.
characteristics?
So
Where are you
why?
getting these
So why? No,
ideas?
let me finish off what I'm saying. So why is it bad for a man to want a preference for himself? If a man prefers a woman to have a low body count, and majority of men do, majority of men actually would like a woman with a lower body count. Why is it? Why is this? Why is this? Why is people getting mad at this? But we can't get mad at the fact that a woman doesn't want a man that's too tall, wants a man that makes more money than them. Like we can't. We're not shaming them, but we're shaming men. Like it doesn't make sense. It's not equal. You guys are shaming us for having a preference, but we're gonna shame men for having a for we're not gonna shame women, but we're gonna shame men. Like that doesn't make sense. You're talking about a double standard, but you're also creating a double standard for yourself.
Yeah, so whenever that's not a double standard, and I'll explain why it's not a double standard. One, when it relates to looking at like height and stuff like that, these are physical characteristics that don't relate to responsibility. The same thing's seen amongst men that want women that have breasts, or want women that have a butt, or want women, right, that look a particular way, that look feminine, or have longer hair, right? These are characteristics they expect in their partner that don't exist within themselves. Why? Because this
I would
relates
say
to characteristics that exhibit attraction with physical features that don't relate to responsibility. What I'm saying is that the double standard, standards are going to be relevant in relation to behavior, right? In relation to responsibility, right? So if that doesn't relate to responsibility, I don't see how it would relate to a double standard.
because you're saying that we should shame men for having the standard, but we can't shame women for having the
Wait,
standards as well.
shame
Why
men for
don't
having
why
a
don't why
for
don't
not holding
no why
accountability
why
to themselves to the
no
same degree that they
why
hold other
why are we
people
why is
for
it
being
okay for
hypocritical.
no, let me ask you this. Why is it okay for a woman to prefer a man that has more money than them? Because that's what she prefers, right? That's her preference. But why is it bad for a woman? Why is it bad for a man to prefer a woman with a low body count?
Yeah, so if you
Why should it matter?
can I respond?
Because you're
So
saying it should matter, but
can I
it shouldn't.
respond? Yeah. So when it relates to a woman, right? Um, the thing is, other types of roles can be fulfilled by an individual. Just because someone doesn't, fulfill when it relates to like money or something like that, doesn't mean that they're not fulfilling other roles within the context of a relationship, right? If someone was expecting that someone was to fulfill roles and that they're not going to fulfill any roles, that would be the case in which there would be some sort of like hypocritical notion there, right? But if the roles that you fulfill are different, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. It doesn't mean that one person is putting more, another person is putting less there, right? It's about how much effort you put in, like the roles you fulfill. So that is saying that someone makes more money is not a double standard if someone's looking for someone that has like stability or something like that, right? If someone's
Well,
looking for
my
like
thing
someone
is,
that has like $300,000 a year, right, and they expect not to do anything, that's hypocritical. Yeah.
you're trying to destroy the status quo. The definition of status quo is the present way of doing things, and the present way of doing things is that a man wants a woman with a low body count, and that is pretty. That's all we require. We just don't want a 304. That's all we don't. We don't want a 403. Like we don't want a 403.
Okay, so then why don't
I
you apply the same notion to yourself? Okay, you say that applies to women, right? If
don't.
they have a high
My
body count,
girlfriend
why
has
doesn't
really
it? Wait,
nice
hold up. Let
body.
me finish. Let me finish my question. Why doesn't it apply to yourself?
It does.
It does. So you think that you're a 304 if you have like a high body count?
No. See. The thing
No?
is, like,
Okay. What do you mean it
no,
applies to
no,
you? No, it
no,
doesn't.
not,
Right.
no.
What the fuck are you
Listen.
talking about?
No, listen. There's double standards everywhere, but you got to understand. There's like I'm a Christian myself, so the thing
Oh my
is,
god,
like,
dude.
no, I know you
No,
hate
no, no.
Christians.
How
I
can you say
understand.
that you're not a 304 for like having a high body count when you think that premarital sex is wrong? Like that just doesn't
Because
make any
if a, if
sense.
a, because if a woman says, "Hey, look, you're a hoe," if a woman comes up
Oh,
to
you
me and
can't say
says,
that
"I'm
on
a
live
hoe,"
TikTok TOS, man.
oh, sorry, my bad. If somebody says I'm a 403, right? I'm not gonna. Us men are not gonna get offended, right? Like if you really think about it, it's also like most men get complimented when they say, "Hey, look, you're a 403." No one in their right mind is gonna get offended by a woman calling them that. But women actually
Because
get
there's no
insulted.
societal implications on it, right? There's harmful implications when it relates to that being applied to women, but the same thing isn't seen to be with men because men in society are not held to the same standard when it relates to body count and when it relates to sex as women are,
What you
right?
got? You what you got?
Women are expected to be responsible when it relates to engaging in intercourse, right? To have
And there's a
self
reason why.
impulse control, right? But men are not. Right, boys will be
There's a
boys. Right,
reason
men will
why.
do what they want. Right, why does this notion apply to women but not men? Right, like
Because
that's hypocritical within
if
itself.
you look at it, women actually have a way have a lower time clock, a biological time clock than a man. A woman can be infertile by her early 30s. So if she wants to settle down with this quote unquote high importance male, right? This high quality male, this high quality male isn't going to want this 403. He's not. Most high quality men have put up with too much stuff in the past to ever want something like that. So
Then,
I'm telling
then,
you
then, if
about
they
why it
want to
should
engage in
matter
that, why don't they
because
hold themselves to the same standard? They don't. They never
because
fucking
it,
do.
because that's the status quo, and you can't break the
Who
status
give? Yeah,
quo.
yes, you can break the status quo. What are you talking about? It was the status quo throughout all of history that children were married to adults. Could you break that status quo? It was the status quo throughout in American history that slavery was legal, that Jim Crow existed. Could you change that? That women didn't have
Okay.
rights. Could you change that?
Yeah, and you're
Oh, you
completely
can.
right.
So
Like all
we
those.
can progress society. We can change society. Whatever the status quo is, we can change that. This whole bullshit that you're slamming in front of people that we can't change the status quo, we can't change how things operate. This absolutely incoherent gibberish.
And most of the time, whenever a woman has sex with a man, it's mostly emotional. Like that Joe guy, like he was completely right. Like most men, most women, they have sex because of emotion, not physicality. Like we have sex
So
because
if
of
they don't have
physicality.
intercourse based upon emotion, then does their body count not matter?
Huh?
If,
Say that
if,
again. I
if
couldn't hear you.
Yeah, if they don't have sex based upon emotion, does their body count then matter as much as a man?
But it does.
Oh, wait, what
You're
do you
saying
what,
if
what
it
do you mean it
doesn't,
does? That doesn't answer my question.
but you can't say that. You're saying a hypothetical, but that's not true.
There are women that engage in intercourse without emotional connection. What are you talking about?
Because be, because most of the time when they have sex because when they have intercourse, it's usually because they've already had multiple different partners and they only see them as bodies. And so when they
Like
have
who?
multiple when they and women that have had it's the same thing with a man, right? Like if a man has sex with multiple partners, same thing with a woman. If they have sex with multiple partners, they don't see it as a spiritual connection. They see it as an emotional connection.
Right,
They
you can
don't see
have
it
an
as an
emotional
emotional
connection
connection,
without
though.
viewing it as a spiritual connection. I don't know what that extra stuff you're adding is.
Because what I'm saying is like for a woman to have sex with a lot of different men, she's not gonna see. She's gonna be more likely to not like even the stats show, man. Like even the stats show, like if a woman has sex with multiple different partners, and let's say, hey, look, I'm a Christian or I'm an Amish dude, and I'm looking for a partner, and I'm a high quality male. I'm making freaking $1 million a year. Why would I want a woman that has had sex with multiple different partners? I wouldn't want that.
Why
Why
did
should I?
you engage with multiple
Why should
sexual
I want
partners
that?
then? Why did you
Why
engage with
should?
multiple sexual partners then?
Huh?
Why did that person engage with multiple sexual partners then?
The Amish guy?
Yeah.
The Amish guy, dude. Do you know how Amish works?
You understand that it can be different for different people who are Amish, right? You're just giving a hypothetical on an individual
Okay,
circumstance. We
majority of
don't know the
Amish people,
characteristics that they're going to have in relation to that.
majority of Amish people, they live life very traditionally. They don't live with technology.
Yeah,
They don't.
if you want to be with someone who has a low body count when you have a low body count, I'm not calling that out as an issue. What I'm saying is that if you have a high body count and you're expecting your partner to have a low body count, you're expecting a higher standard of responsibility for your partner than you're able to place upon yourself for the exact same action.
Because a man of value, a man with value, a man that's making multiple figures a year, a man that has a multiple different abundance when it comes to women, he doesn't have to settle down with the 403. He doesn't. He can pick and choose whatever he
We're
wants.
not talking about what we're not talking about what is. We're talking about what should be. We're talking about how people should conduct themselves. We're talking about what a virtuous man would do. We're not talking about what happens in our society right now where there are unvirtuous men that do stuff like this where they hold women to standards that they do not hold themselves. Right? That is literally hypocritical within standard. Just because society is hypocritical doesn't mean it should be that way. Right? I don't know why you're describing it as this way as a response to my statement when I'm talking about what should be.
Okay, and the thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, you're right, there shouldn't be a double standard, but there is.
Oh, wait.
There's
So there
like,
shouldn't be a double standard. So you literally disagree with yourself throughout the entire conversation. You just self-owned.
yeah, I've heard you say this multiple different times with multiple different people.
You
You can
you
have
literally did
you can
just
have
self-own.
you can have a stance, right, about something and why it should be something without actually saying that, hey, look, this is what it actually is. Like I'm telling you about how it is
What? No,
and
what is my
why it
question?
makes
Can you tell me
sense.
what my question
Why it
says
makes
behind me,
sense.
Bowman?
Yeah, it says should.
Yeah,
And
why
I'm
should a
saying
high
why
body count?
should it
So
not?
I'm not talking about what
I'm
is.
not
So
talking
if
about
you
from
weren't
my subjective.
disputing what
I'm
should
telling
be,
you from
right, then you didn't
I'm
disagree with the topic. Either
I'm
you can't
I'm
read the
talking
topic and
I'm
understand
not
it.
talking about it from a subjective claim. I'm not talking about from my own personal opinion. I'm talking about from an objective claim, from a third person point of view. I'm saying that multiple men, this is the reason why they shouldn't be going down with a woman that has a high body count. That's why they shouldn't. I'm talking about an objective claim. I can make an objective claim without having my own subjective view on it. That's not contradicting myself. That's just seeing myself. That's seeing the
No. You're not
narrative from a
understanding
third
what I was
point of
disputing.
view.
You were saying that it should not matter this. I mean, it should not be different. There shouldn't be a double standard. If you're saying there shouldn't be a double standard, then you're literally contradicting yourself in terms of the whole argument that you were making in the first place, that it should matter for women and not for men, or it should matter more for women comparative to men. That's a double
Parker,
standard, right?
Parker, what I'm
So you're
saying,
contradicting yourself within that respect. I'm not talking about what currently is in society. You know I'm talking about what should be. You read the thing behind me. Either you can't read it and can't understand it, or
but
you knew that and you just contradicted yourself.
okay, and why did you contradict yourself whenever you said that men
Appreciate the mic drop. Thank you so
it's
much.
okay for men to it's not okay for men to have a preference, but it's okay for a woman to have a preference.
When did I say that?
Why should why
When did I say
if we're
that?
talking about you said that it's okay because a man it's okay for a woman to find a man that has stability and within his own life, and that should be
Yeah,
okay
yeah.
for having a
It's okay
preference
for
like that. But
a
it shouldn't be
woman to
okay.
look for stability if they have stability. What's wrong with that?
But it's wrong. It's wrong for a man to have a preference on what he wants, and what he
Why
wants is a
in
woman with a
relation
low
to what?
body
What
count.
preference?
like women aren't making a bunch of money, but they want a man that makes a bunch of money. So why is
What
that
did
why
you
is
hear
that
my
not a bad
response to
thing?
that? I said you can fulfill other types of roles. It's not specific to that, right? Responsibility in the context of a relationship, right? And what you fulfill for that relationship can be different types of qualities, right? But when it relates to say like a past about body count, right? And when it relates to like sexual intercourse, right? This is a standard you can hold each other to the same standard of, right? Again, when it relates to society, right? People fulfill different roles in
Most women aren't
relationships.
holding that to the most women don't are not holding it to the same standard. They're holding it to a higher standard that men make more.
Yeah, but they're willing to fulfill other sorts of roles, right? That the men are not willing to fulfill when it relates to
And the same
engaging in
thing for
that
a man.
relationship.
And the same thing for a man. A woman can't protect, provide.
A
A
woman
man is
can
supposed to
protect and
a
provide.
woman
Women
is
do
supposed
protect and provide. What are you talking about?
what so you're saying that you and this woman that you're dating, you guys have if a guy comes up to you, right? And they punches your girl in the face, she's supposed to defend herself? You're
I
not
would
making any sense, Parker.
I would try to like get that person away and like fight them like to like stop that like self
Yeah,
defense
because
in that sort of
you're
manner.
supposed to be the protector as a man, bro.
No, because
Like, what are you
I have
talking
a greater
about?
ability to do that, right? Because they're way shorter than me, right? They weigh less than me, right?
Exactly,
they're not as strong
exactly,
as me, right? But if it was the case that
exactly,
those different things were different, right? This person was stronger than me, has greater abilities than me. Clearly speaking, they would do that in that circumstance. Right? I would do it for a
exactly.
friend that I had greater capacities than.
So,
If I had a friend that's a guy and he is strong, right? And someone comes up to fight me, he's going to help me too, right?
you got
He's
to
going to try to
understand,
protect me
Parker,
too. Why? Because he has greater abilities to do so, right?
that the things that a women are benefiting and the women that are not benefiting, and the things that men are benefiting and not benefiting, it all evens itself out. You don't understand that,
Not in terms of
and
body count, right? Tell me how it evens itself out in terms of body count.
in terms of body count, I just explained to you how it changes in terms of body count.
Explain.
If a man is supposed to protect, he's supposed to provide, he's supposed to take care of this woman, right? And he's supposed to take care of all those things, right? And a woman's job is to be loyal throughout this experience,
So is a
the human
man. If
experience.
it's monogamous, it's both a man and a woman's job to be loyal.
Yeah, no, but being loyal nowadays is a bare minimum, right? You
Yeah,
wouldn't
in
agree?
monogamous relationships, it's always been a bare minimum.
Yeah, it's a bare minimum, but it's actually asking a lot because most women think it's okay to have a friend that's a guy.
What's wrong with having a
Like
friend that's a guy?
you don't find it's wrong that for a woman to have a friend that's a guy.
Oh my god, dude. No, no, I don't. I don't see it to be wrong for a woman to have a guy friend. Appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much. That's fucking
So you're telling
insane,
me,
bro.
so you're no, bro, you're telling me that you date a woman, you date a girl or probably a girl for you,
That had
but
men that
not
are
an
friends.
actual woman,
Yes.
and you want to be okay, you would be okay with that.
Yeah. Tell me what's wrong with that.
So okay, so let me ask you this. I'm gonna put this picture perfectly in your mind. You're okay with your girl going over to your man to this other guy's house and watching a movie with him, just like underneath the blankets, just watching a movie. You're perfectly fine with that.
Cuddling, right? Cuddling is different than like I appreciate
Not
this the
cuddling,
stars. Thank you
not
so much. I
cuddling.
appreciate. Thank you so
Just
much.
no, just going over
Cuddling,
to his place.
cuddling is
Not cuddling,
different than literally just
not cuddling.
hanging out, talking. Like when you're with friends, you hang out with them, or like if you go get
No, I
food.
don't. No, from a public. If they're in if they're in public, it's perfectly fine. But if they're hanging out one on one, you don't find a problem with
One
that.
on one in public. What's wrong
One
with
and
that?
one. So one on one in public, right? He's taking her out
Yeah,
to go get some food.
I
You don't
appreciate the little
see,
crown. Thank you so much. Yeah, going to get food with someone. What's wrong with that?
bro. Like my thing is like this. It's like you're gonna make these streams right for multiple different years to come, and you're gonna go
Appreciate
through
the hand art.
different
Thank you.
experience. You're gonna go through different experiences that actually wake you up. Like you're what you think right now isn't gonna be a thought process that you're gonna think about forever.
What am I
Our
gonna? So
brains,
I'm
our brains
apparently
are
not
gonna
gonna
go
allow
through this.
my girlfriend to like talk to
No, because
men.
you're gonna, bro. I promise, Parker, bro. Like you're gonna get hurt, bro. And I can't change that view from you. It's something that you're gonna have to experience on your own.
Everyone gets hurt. Every single person gets hurt, regardless of whether or
So,
not you
so
allow someone
the
to
definition of
hold up. Let
insanity.
me finish. Let me finish. Regardless of whether or not you allow someone to have friends that are men, right? You're gonna get hurt sometime in your life, likely speaking.
Okay, so the definition of insanity is to repeat repeat the same thing and expect
You're
a
not
different
repeating the
response.
same thing if you're talking to different people. That makes no sense.
So let's say this: you date multiple women, right? And then you're like, I'm just gonna give a second chance. I'm just gonna give a second chance. I'm just gonna give a second chance. Every girl that you're dating throughout your dating experience, every woman that has had a guy friend or a guy best friend, you eventually just saw them cheat on you with, or let's just say they
That's
just
not
took it a
true.
little bit too far. No, I'm just saying, bro. Like, you're gonna keep on repeating the same problem. You're gonna repeat the same experience again, or are you just gonna
Just
change?
because it happened to you once doesn't mean it's likely to happen,
No, I'm saying
right?
multiple
I
times.
think
Let's say it
Bowman,
happens
Bowman, I'm gonna
multiple
be
times.
totally real. It sounds like you got hurt, right? And what you're doing is you're generalizing that hurt
Oh
onto
my
other
god,
people,
bro.
right? And I've been hurt too. I understand what it is like to be hurt, right? But you don't need to generalize that onto other people because how that one person treated you is not going to be the same as how everyone else is going to treat you. Okay? That is that
Okay,
is that is a
so
fact of reality. If you assume that everyone's going to treat you that way, well, then it's likely that you're going to end up in relations in which people do treat you that way, right? It's able to that you can
I
identify being
100%
treated that way and be able to set boundaries and not be there for those types of
I
relationships
want to,
that do not
bro.
fit you.
Okay, so you're saying that you've had relationships in the past where your girl has had guy friends and they hanged out one on one. Did
Yeah,
you have a friend that was a girl too?
yeah,
You did, and she
yeah.
had no problem with that. She never told you, "Hey, look, this kind of makes me insecure."
Nope.
I I I have a hard time believing that this woman didn't find any type of insecurity because I don't feel like you actually reached her emotional needs. If you reached her emotional needs, she would actually do feel a little bit insecure, just a slight insecure that, hey, look, you're hanging out with another girl one on one.
If
I
she's
find that a
wait, wait,
little bit
wait.
disturbing.
If she knows how my character is, knows that I would never do something like that, knows exactly who I am as a person, why would she be scared of that?
It's not so much about being scared. It's
I have
about the
values, right?
principle.
Like I
Bro,
have very clear values. I'm very strict with my values, right? And the person that I'm with is very clear in knowing that, right? They know exactly who I am as a person, right? So it's about that trust that you've built up, given the fact that you know this individual, you know their characteristics. I appreciate the elephant. Thank you for that mustache. I appreciate it. Right? Not everyone's going to have the characteristics in which you can develop trust with. Some people don't deserve that trust, right?
okay.
But it's
So
about building. If you can't have trust with your partner, there's like almost no relationship there. You constantly have to worry about things, right? And you don't know whether or not they're actually going to do the right thing. You want to be with someone that you know where they're at. You want to know what they're like, how they're going to respond to things. I appreciate the sunglasses. Thank you so much. That's the whole goal of being in a relationship. You know how they're going to respond to things. You know what to expect.
did let me ask you a question. Did your girlfriend ever like post like pictures like as a bikini? Did she ever go to like fucking public bars where they're like it's like a dance club and shit like that? And did she ever wear provocative
Appreciate the
clothing
swan.
going
Appreciate the
anywhere?
little crown. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Did she ever wear provocative clothing going to a club?
So yeah, people can go to clubs. I don't
No,
necessarily
but
have
did
an
she wear
issue with that,
no, but did
but
she
people that
wear
I've been with in the past didn't like go to clubs.
no, I'm saying did your
Like went to
girlfriend
raves, maybe
go
like
to
raves,
no,
like EDM concerts.
and was she wearing provocative clothing?
What do you consider provocative clothing?
Revealing clothes.
What's a revealing clothing?
Things that show like their butt half out, their tits literally hanging down to the floor. Like, what are you talking about? Like, did that happen?
Not like naked. No,
Not naked?
no. Do you have an issue with people wearing bikinis at the beach?
I don't give a fuck.
That is the dumbest shit. If you're trying to make an issue with like people wearing shit in any other context, if you think it's okay for someone to wear a bikini at a beach, what is different with that
So,
context and any other
so
context that means it's
Parker,
okay to wear provocative clothing at the beach,
I'm
but
gonna,
not in any
I'm gonna,
other setting?
I'm gonna teach you something about men and women and how they're actually different.
Hey, do you want to
And
respond to my question? Bowman, I asked you a specific question.
no, I am responding to it. If you just give me a second. So what I'm saying is that women and men actually we actually have two different roles, right? A man is a salesman and a woman is a marketer. And so her job is that she gets easy flow of people coming to her page, messaging her and doing all those things. A man's job is to go out and find and pursue women. So if you're okay with your woman becoming a marketer and you're not okay with yourself being a salesman, why is there a double standard there? So it's like essentially saying, "Hey, look, I'm a bull. I'm gonna cut off my horn, but you get to keep your teeth in your claws as a lion." Like there's two different roles that we provide, bro. Like as a man and as a woman, we're two different creatures, bro.
Yeah, so there's not a double standard there, right? I don't see the double standard that you're talking about. Are you saying
So
people
what you're saying
expect?
is I'm
Hold
okay.
up,
So
can I actually finish my question?
yeah.
You're saying that people expect you to like actually no, you just do clarify.
So what I'm saying is, as a man, as a salesman, we're out to go pursue and find women, right, that are interested in ourselves as much as we are interested in them. And women, uh, a
I heard
female
this part. I
is
heard
a,
this part. I know what you're
is
talking
a
about.
marketer, is a
Get to the next
marketer,
part.
is a marketer, and so as a marketer, you understand that people are coming to you. You're not having to do any of the work because you already have value. As a man, you're having to
That
create
doesn't make
value
any
out of thin
sense.
air. How does it not make any sense? Tell me why.
Marketers actually have to produce. Do you think marketers don't do jobs or something? That makes no fucking
No,
sense.
no, no. I'm saying that they post pictures, right? I used to, dude. You have to understand. I have my own business, right? Like I sell personal training, right? And I have multiple different clients. I had to market my page. I understand how marketing works, right? You have
And
to
you had
you
to
have to
do stuff to market, right?
yes, but
You had to engage in labor.
I'm not having to sell myself. I'm having
You
to
literally
market
do.
myself. Marketing and sales are two different things, bro. I'm a salesman and I'm a
Marketing is a
marketer.
part of sales,
Yes, but it's a different type of sales.
dude. You understand that a salesman has to market, right? I appreciate the cowboy. Thank you so much
Dude,
in many scenarios.
you realize I sell solar, right? Like I'm actually a
Yeah,
salesman.
so you're both a marketer and a salesman.
Yes, and I know how
That's
both feel.
wild, dude.
Yeah, I know. I
You
have
literally
two.
can you can relate it to your own life to be what it is.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
so I understand what it's like to so with
So
TikTok,
aren't
right?
men and women both marketers and salesmen when it relates to
No.
like engaging
No.
intercourse with people, right? Because
No.
there are many scenarios where women pursue men, and there are many scenarios where men pursue women, right?
Bro, so here's the thing. A female can go and post a picture of her body on Instagram, and she'll get multiple different likes from multiple different streams. She's going to get multiple different
Yeah,
messages,
and
right?
I can post a picture too and get multiple likes. I'm confused what you're talking about.
Not the same degree, bro. It's not at the same
What are you
degree.
talking about?
You're not Parker. You're not going to get the same degree as bro. You have multiple different followers on your Instagram page. You can't compare that with. Okay, so compare this. Compare a guy that has 1,000 followers on Instagram. Compare a girl that has 1,000 followers on
Yeah,
Instagram.
when I had
Both
500
both
followers, right?
both are equally no.
I still got likes on my photos.
And you, bro, and I'm just saying this. Listen to what I'm saying. If a female has 1,000 followers on Instagram and a man has 1,000 followers on his page, right? A female is going to get a lot more likes and a lot more DMs than the guy is,
It
and they're
depends.
equally
It
attractive.
actually depends. It depends. Thank you for the cap. I appreciate it. It depends on how active their followers are, right?
Bro, what's with you and like depends, like yes and no, like you can't ever pick a
That's
stance.
not a yes and no,
It,
right?
it,
That depends means in different circumstances there's going to be different results.
okay, I'm talking about majority. Talking
Okay,
about
majority
majority.
what?
Majority of the time, like majority of the time, a female and a man are both equally attractive, have
Why do you
around
say
1,000
female and
followers.
man, right? You can say female and male, that would make sense, but or
Women,
man and
what? Okay,
woman, right? But to say
men and
female and man, that's just like ridiculous. That's so funny, honestly. Like, why do so many men do that? Man and female. Like,
okay. I didn't know you were my grammar teacher today, but
well, I'm just
listen,
saying, bro. No, it's not a grammar teacher thing. It's just like I'm confused. Why do you refer to it that way? Because it's like
I,
so common.
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why
Kristen, I
I
appreciate
don't
the
know.
galaxy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Man and
I don't know
female.
why. I don't know why men with a lot of testosterone do it. It's just I don't know. It's just personal.
Could you just classify yourself as a man with a lot of testosterone?
Yes, bro.
Dude,
I promise
dude,
you.
get a
I
fucking
promise
grip,
you, if
dude.
you were to go
Get
test,
a grip. That's actually how he perceives his
Parker,
masculinity.
I
I
promise
have
you, if
high
you
rates of testosterone.
Parker, I promise you, if you went to go check your testosterone, bro, you would be below average.
You want to bet? Appreciate the hanging
Yes,
lights. Thank you so much.
yes, I
How
would
much
love
money
to
would you
bet,
put on
bro.
it?
Bro, I'll put like 2 bands on that, bro.
You would put two bands on that.
Yes, bro. I
Seriously?
promise you. I promise. No, you probably get like average just because you're like 21. but like average for 21 is dog shit, bro. Like you should have high ass.
Oh wait, no. So tell me what you think. What would you put 2 bands on? Come on.
I would put 2 bands that you're either from 300 to 500.
Okay. Well, what would you say that if I already know what it is
What is
and
it?
it's higher than that?
What is it?
No. What would you say if I knew that it was higher than that already?
Well, I just heard you're like, okay, I'm gonna go.
Would you actually pay up?
Dude, I would. No, I need to go see like the scripts and everything. Send it to me.
No, I'm just answer the question.
Dude, I'm a fucking man of my word. Like, show me.
So you would pay up?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't done it yet. I'm just seeing if you would have paid up, right? I will literally go get it tested, right, to see if I could make that money. I'm actually dead serious. I actually would do that if you would pay $2,000. I'm not joking,
dude. Bro, it's gonna like it will be kind of a shocker because what I've realized is that like most people
watch
like,
me have higher testosterone than you. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Bro,
I would laugh at you, dude.
My fucking testosterone's like 1,300.
1,300, dude.
Dude, look at my fucking page. Look at
my page, okay. Dude. Look how fit I am, man. Like my T is so high, bro. Bro, look how masculine of a man I am, man.
No, but I'm just saying most of the men that have your testosterone.
Wait, do you take testosterone?
No, I don't take testosterone. I'm natural.
Straight natural 1,300 testosterone.
Yes.
What's the average?
The average for like your age.
How old are you?
It's like, huh?
You said you're 24, right? You act like 24. You're much different of an age. It's 3 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my question, right? Do you think testosterone can influence emotions?
I think honestly from like a general point of view, I'm not saying from like from an individualistic point of view, from like a general point of view, what I've realized is that people with your type of testosterone are the ones that have green hair, blue hair.
You literally don't even know what my testosterone is. And again, I don't have green hair or blue hair. So why are you representing me as having green hair and blue hair?
Show me your damn arm. Like, that's how I can know. Bro, like, no, dude.
What's wrong? Like, what's wrong with being skinny?
Bro, because you're supposed to provide a role into the dude as a man, bro. Like
provide a role. Do I need like biceps that are like fucking The Rock to be able to do that?
No, it's a shame for a man to go throughout his history of his life and not being able to be strong, to be athletic, to be any type.
What do you mean by strong?
Bro, either it could be body weight or it can be the amount of weight you lift. Like, it's a shame for a man not to experience that.
How much weight do you have to lift to be strong?
Bro, you don't understand what it's like to experience that, bro. It's something only other man could tell you about, but it's one of the most beautiful experiences that you can have as a man. Because as a guy, bro, I'll just let you know this, like being able to lift a fuck ton of weight, bro, feels good as fuck.
Okay.
It feels good as fuck. It feels good as fuck, and I can't explain to you. There's nothing like statistically wise I can explain to you about it, but it feels good as fuck. I'm telling you, you need to get to the fucking gym.
Yeah, because you think that you being able to lift heavy weights is like validating your sense of masculinity, right? And you have a need to validate your sense of masculinity, and that's very clear to me. Okay. Not everyone is like that, right? That's probably why you get that. Some people do it because they feel better after the gym, right? It makes them feel good, right? No, you're doing that because you want to validate your sense of masculinity. That's gender affirmation. Not, this is gender affirmation therapy.
No, it's literally my therapy, bro. Like,
exactly. You just answered it. Yes.
It's my therapy. But what I will say,
gender affirmation therapy. Yeah.
Bro, it's literally my therapy. I wasn't even that big before. I used to do fucking boxing. I enjoy boxing every fucking day, but I lost my damn tooth, and now I have to do fucking bodybuilding. Like, I can't go throughout this world, bro, and not be able to at least put a stamp on it. Put something like in terms of history that I've done or accomplished. I don't want to be known for like a person that was just on fucking stream. Like, bro, like there's so much more to this damn world than arguing about fucking debate topics.
Yeah, cool. So you just said you'd rather be you than me. I don't care. Cool.
No, I'm just saying, Parker, bro.
Do you think that I would rather be you?
No, I'm just saying that.
Dude.
No, Bro, every time I see you, your fucking eyes are drained. You look like you're sad. Like
My
it
my
doesn't
ba-
seem
the
like you're
bag is
enjoying
under
it.
my eyes. They're
Bro, you're
genetic,
inside,
bro.
bro. You're inside all the house dealing with people that are fucking yelling at you every day. How are you gonna tell
Yeah,
me your mental health is good? You're
it actually
inside the
is.
house,
I actually do have really good
bro.
mental health
You're
right
not
now.
getting, bro. The four chemicals that are responded for health is dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. You're not getting any type of dopamine because you're not
I
you're
am
not
getting dopamine.
okay, fine. You're getting dopamine, right? But you're not getting okay. So oxytocin is one of them. You can either get that from your
I can
girlfriend,
definitely I definitely get oxytocin.
serotonin is something you get from going outside and being out inside the sun.
Yo,
Endorphins
Trinity,
is
I
something that you
appreciate the
have.
Leon and Lily. I appreciated Trinity. Thank you so much. W Trinity in the comment section. Let's go. Sorry, say what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying, bro. If you just spend some little bit of time outside, just like 20 minutes, just got some 20 minutes of
You know,
sun.
I go
I
to
promise you.
I definitely spend 20 minutes outside.
Okay, okay. Just do 20 minutes of sunbathing, bro, and go get a little bit of active. Get at least an hour of working out in a day. It doesn't even matter if you just want to run, but at least do something, bro, because your mental health is seems like it's draining, bro. Being inside the house for 8 hours,
How is my
like
mental health
I
draining?
hate, bro. People that work 9 to 5 jobs and they sit inside a home all day isn't a fun life. And like
Well, I'm
what you're
having a
doing
lot
right
of
now
fun. No,
isn't.
I actually, Bowman, I have a great life. I love what I do. I find meaning in what I do. I find purpose, right? I'm able to influence people. I love all of these
No,
things, right? I think this is
yeah,
very good. I appreciate the little crown. Thank you so much. I'm very happy with what
no,
I'm
but
doing. I don't have bad
I'm
mental health
saying,
right now.
I'm saying this, bro. The way our minds and our bodies work is that if you're not expelling energy and you're allowing all that energy to just be stored into your fucking noggin, bro, most of the people are gonna be depressed. Most of the people, like the worst time of my life, bro, you've got to think about it. Most people, like the most depressing points in people's lives is when they're staying at home and they're doing jack shit. People that are at Whataburger and they're like working their 9 to 5 jobs have better mental health than people that stay inside the home all day and do jack shit.
I think it just depends on the
Our
individual, right? Like, for example, some people are happy being at home like me. Other people want to go out and do things, right? Some people want to go out and party. Other people like staying at the home watching movies. I'm one of those people that likes staying at home, likes doing like the introverted shit, right? This is what I enjoy. This is the type of stuff that I like engaging with. I'm not someone that wants to go out and party, wants to go out and drink all the time, right? That's not the types of things that I and enjoy, right? I don't have this
No, I
sense
don't.
of like I feeling like I'm missing out. I don't have that at all, right? I'm happy with
I
what
don't
I
know.
do. I find meaning in what I do.
I'm not telling you that, bro, but I'm saying that you're gonna be a lot happier if you get a little bit of exercise done some like out of the day, out of the like if you do at least 3 to 4 times out of the week and you do a little bit of exercise, your mental health is gonna get better. And that's not from an individual standpoint. I'm telling you from a general standpoint that people do at least an hour of activity a day are gonna be happier. Like that is like that's scientific, bro.
Okay, well, sure. I'm not saying that like in general, right, working out can't be helpful for people. What I'm just saying is that's not necessarily something that like, well, one, I would necessarily be able to adopt, right, to my daily life, right, meaningfully, right, in terms of like the time I have, right, and then two, right, it's not something that necessarily would make me happier, right. I've
Okay, so
engaged with this type of stuff before. I understand like what it's like to go out and like do things all the time, right, and to get the endorphins from that. I understand that. I don't really care. Right? It's not something that I would want. Appreciate the paper
no,
crane.
bro.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, no. Bro, listen. I think it's badass that you're doing what you're doing. A lot of people like what you're doing is an entrepreneur like thing, bro. Like going out and going on stream all day. That's an entrepreneur like thing, and I fucking credit you for that. As much as your fucking opinions and your standpoints are stupid as shit, I provide
They're
like
not stupid.
no, but like the things that you're like the thing is like your entrepreneur like mindset. That's fucking badass, bro. Like that is awesome. But I'm just saying, bro, being inside all day, like you what spend like 8 hours in your house,
Well,
like
I sleep
on
in
the
my house
podcast.
too.
No, but I'm
But
saying like
I
you're
do
doing
6 hours every day. Yeah,
6 hours. All right.
at least.
So
Yeah,
okay, how many hours do you sleep? 8.
around 7, 8. Yeah.
Okay. So 14 hours that you are working and you're sleeping. There's an extra 10 hours that you have throughout your day to go work out.
Well, I don't just do TikTok. Right? I mean, I'm still in school. I mean, I have one more year left of
So you're
undergrad.
telling me you have to do 10 hours of school?
Well, during the week or during the day?
Yeah, during the day, you're saying that you need 10 hours of school?
Oh, it's not all 10 hours for school, right? I mean, I do other things for TikTok that doesn't just relate to going live, but yeah. I mean, I have people I
It's cool.
interact with. I have family.
But what time are you spending for yourself? If six
Probably, probably,
if
probably like an hour or two a day, maybe. Maybe if I'm
no, but
lucky.
like, bro, if you no, but think about it like this. It's like you're filling everybody else's cup of water before even filling your own. You're going on stream and you're talking with a bunch of other people. You're not doing anything for yourself.
I
You're
already
going
feel
out and
full, right? Well, that sounds like a weird thing to say, but like I already feel fulfilled, right? I don't need to keep pouring into my cup, right? Because my cup has been poured enough into, right? I'm able to pour water into other people's cups, right? Because I've poured so much water into my cup already, and because I've already done that work. I've been working on myself for like my whole life, right? Like I think it's really important to progress. I'm constantly trying to progress myself, right? Regardless of whether or not I'm helping other people. I don't think it's mutually exclusive to help other people and to help
okay.
yourself.
So let me
I
let me
appreciate
ask
the mic drop. Thank you so
let me
much.
ask you what are you doing for your mental health right now?
Like in terms of like what I'm engaging with, like I engage with people that I love. I don't necessarily try to force myself to do things that don't necessarily benefit me or benefit people around me. Right. I worked through my issues. Appreciate the gem gun. Thank you so much. Constantly like with myself. Like try to like be patient. Try to like see what I'm doing wrong to maybe fix that to deal with that. Just in a vague sense.
Are you meditating? Are you
I don't meditate
meditating? Are
now.
you journaling? Are you
Just I
reading?
just
Are you
think.
doing anything that's
I just think I have like processes to if say I feel irritated in a particular circumstance, I have processes to calm myself down, right? Say something's happening in my life that's going bad, right? I have an ability to talk through it with myself, right? To be able to regulate my emotions.
but you got to understand that like there's millions of different emotions and different thoughts that go through your mind every day. You're not really able to really look at them from a third person point of view if you're not journaling. It's like getting a wire and having it really fucking imagining like your headphones, right? And they're all tangled up and everything like that. Whenever you're literally like this, like you're pretty much like untangling them and you're getting them to a full string. That's what it's like to journal, bro. Like to actually like journal is like getting rid of those emotions and hitting a checkpoint on your life because you dealt with those emotions. You can't deal with your emotions if they're just in your head.
That's not true. You can definitely deal with your emotions in your head, but some people like to visualize it more. Some people like to write it down, and that's how they learn it better, right? For me, it's going to be different, right? I don't necessarily need to write it down for me to be able to understand that and be able to move on from it.
I think it's something you should probably look into, bro, because I've done a lot
I
of
can look
research
into
on
it,
it.
yeah, clearly.
I,
Okay,
I
well, good.
no, I'm just saying just to look into it, bro. But my thing is this, bro. Like, I think that like what you're doing is awesome and everything like that. Just keep on doing what you're doing. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna force anything down your throat. But you're gonna come through multiple different experiences in your life, and you're gonna understand that there's not just one way of looking at it. You have to look at it from an open mind point of view, and you got to understand that the way you're thinking right now is from a general narrative and how other people look at it as well. Like the way you look at life is the majority of how other people look at life too as well. You're not the minority, bro.
In what topics?
And topics that the topics that typically trigger the narrative and trigger the status quo are the ones that are the people that are open-minded. The thoughts that I brought into this speech are the people that pretty much get harassed for the way they think. You get exemplified for the way you think because it reaches the narrative of the majority.
I
The
think that's not
majority
true. I mean, like people literally
the
come up here
majority
and like yell at me for having the beliefs that I have, right, and stuff like that. Sure, there are some people that agree with me, but there are people that agree with everyone.
No, I'm just saying the majority of like how the world is structured, bro, and like and I don't know if you fucking like this world, but the fucking
Well,
matrix
let
that
me let
we
me
live
clarify.
in.
You know how many times I've gone on live and the entire comment section was not in support of me? The entire comment section was against me. That's how it was for most of the time that I was on lives, right? Because it sends it out to people that engage with the content the most. People who engage with the content the most would have been people who like don't like me at that time. right? It's changed now because people have, like me, I've been around for a while, right? And then people come around based on that. But I mean, most of the time, right, it was the case that like most of the chat was against me. I don't say things because it's gonna be like, oh, most people are gonna support me. I say things that I believe, and then people just happen to do that. I appreciate the elephant. Thank you so much. People didn't do. I mean, I haven't seen this topic really like talked about by like other people on TikTok or anything like that. I brought up this topic because this is the disagreement that I have that I think was relevant to talk about, right?
Yeah, and you understand that like most of the comment section is going to hate most of the people that are going on and disagreeing with your view, right?
I mean, and people are gonna hate me too.
Yeah, but the general consensus is going to be on your side, just because of like the followers that you've gained and the majority of what the people stand by, and that what people stand by is your point of view.
Sure, right now that I've built this up, right? But how many
Yeah.
times did I go through circumstances where that wasn't the case, right? I know exactly what you mean in terms of being on the outside. Like I'm not saying like I haven't had like people there supporting my beliefs through everything. I appreciate the superpower. Thank you so much. I'm not holding these beliefs just because I got support from people.
No, but it better like pushes the narrative of what you have. Like if you had these mindsets, right, and everyone around you said you were crazy for like 10 plus years, you probably wouldn't have had the same mindset.
I would question my mindset, but that doesn't mean I would change it just because people said I was crazy.
So why is it bad for multiple men to have this mindset, like to not believe with what like how women are doing, and like just saying, hey, look, I'd rather have a preference myself, and like these are your preferences, this is my preferences. How does this make me misogynistic for having a preference that says, hey, look, I'd rather have a girl that's a low body count?
Do you have a low body count?
Yeah.
Then there's nothing misogynistic about that. If you apply a double standard, right, that it matters for women but not for men, right, that absolutely is used within the context of trying to subjugate women, within the sense that it's holding women to a higher standard of responsibility than it holds to men.
No, like here's the thing, like I just personally believe that like everyone should have like their like even if you have a high body count, if something you believe in, I don't believe like somebody should come over and say, hey, look, you're wrong for believing that. Like it happens with like the thing is like it doesn't happen for women, but it happens for men. Like if if a girl says, oh yeah, he's a short fuck, like he's a really short dude, like, oh, you go girl, right? But if somebody comes over here and says, "Hey, I don't personally find you that attractive," everyone gets hate on that guy.
I don't think that we should belittle men or belittle women.
So, like, you think it should be equal?
Mm-hmm. We should not belittle either or. You can
Okay,
have your
so you ever
preference
think that it's wrong for a
about
woman
like
to
tall
want?
people, right? But to belittle someone on the notion that they're short, right? Especially in a context that's not like a friend situation where like each other are joking, right? Is definitely wrong for sure.
Okay, and so
Appreciate the crown, thank
with a
you.
man that has a high body count and wants a woman that with a man that has a high body count and wants a woman with a low body count, is that not a preference? Even though it even is a
It's a
double standard.
preference that's rooted in a double standard on responsibility.
Yeah, but is it wrong for him to have that preference?
I think so, yeah, because it's a double standard. It's hypocritical.
So I get to the same point. It's like it's hypocritical for a woman to want a man that makes more money than them,
No,
because at the
did
same
you hear
time
my
the woman's
response to
not
that,
making as
Bowman?
much
What was my
money as the man.
response?
Your response was you're essentially said that you should be okay with somebody having stability in their life, and that's okay to have that preference.
I appreciate
Agree?
the little or the hand hearts. Thank you so much. No, what I said is that's part of what I said. What I said is that it relates to the different types of roles that people engage in. Okay, so you can fulfill other responsibilities in a relationship that don't relate to providing money. Appreciate the crown. Thank you so much. If you were expecting your partner to
But
fulfill all these responsibilities and you fulfill none, that would be a double standard.
but at the same time, like most men would rather have it that way. Most men that have like a traditional way of thinking would rather have their woman that doesn't do anything and they just make a bunch of money.
Okay, well,
Like they'd rather
well,
like if
if someone would rather have that relationship, they can, right? But that doesn't justify having a double standard. If you want someone not to do as many responsibilities, that's your choice, right? But you shouldn't hold that over their head and say, oh, because that is the case, well then it is going to be the case that I get to have a high body count, you have to have a low one, right? Like,
Just be, but like the thing is, like if